I've had so many people on the show where they are specifically choosing to not go work more hours because then they'll be taken off benefits. And I'm wondering, even though I want to support people who fall on hard times, obviously, because they're human beings.
Yeah.
Have we set up our systems in a way, let's say the state of Michigan, where we're also just discouraging people from going out there and being contributors?
Yeah. Well, that is an obscene and I think rare example of where the system is not perfect, right?
I brought up the website where you can apply for benefits. I started applying for those benefits using Governor Whitmer's address, so a real address with a fake name. I was able to bypass the Social Security alien number and never getting denied benefits, at the very end getting registered to vote. So my question is, why would we not mandate Social Security numbers or alien numbers on a website?
This is insane. A sitting state lawmaker, not some random dude on the internet. A lawmaker that used the governor's own address with a completely fake name, no Social Security number, no alien number, didn't get denied. And at the very end, the system asked him if he wanted to register to vote. You cannot make this up.
I brought up the website where you can apply for benefits. I started applying for those benefits using Governor Whitmer's address, so a real address with a fake name. I was able to bypass the Social Security alien number and never getting denied benefits, at the very end getting registered to vote. So my question is, why would we not mandate Social Security numbers or alien numbers on a website?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You already know we're trying to figure this whole situation out here. We see what's going on in Michigan. Michigan has some fraud issues. It's handing out receipts like it's some kind of Costco return line, doing a lot of shady things. And this was State Representative Jason Wolford. He chairs the House Oversight Subcommittee, and he did that demonstration live during the meeting to show everybody how wide open Michigan's benefits system actually is. There's no tricks, no hacking. You can just walk through the front door.
So a real address with a fake name. I was able to bypass the Social Security alien number and never getting denied benefits, at the very end getting registered to vote. So my question is, why would we not mandate Social Security numbers or alien numbers on a website? We'll talk about this more, but why would we spend $16 million on an upgrade to a website and not allow for someone or mandate someone to log in to use a Social Security number or an alien number when we're handing out $3 billion? So, and the other question I would have is, why has this not been fixed? We brought this up to the Department of Health and Human Services, and you can still go on the website today and do exactly what we did before.
Now, we all know why this is a problem, but we need to talk about it because Governor Gretchen Whitmer already addressed this on camera on a YouTube channel that has 1 million subscribers. And what did she say? We're going to play right now.
I've had so many people on the show where they are specifically choosing to not go work more hours because then they'll be taken off benefits. And I'm wondering, even though I want to support people who fall on hard times, obviously, because they're human beings,
Yeah.
have we set up our systems in a way, let's say the state of Michigan, where we're also just discouraging people from going out there and being contributors?
Yeah. Well, that is an obscene and I think rare example of where the system is not perfect, right?
Yeah.
That we want to incentivize work. We want people to be gainfully employed and not reliant on state funding. I understand that you've had people suggest that you could move to Michigan and get some benefits that you can't get elsewhere.
She said rare. She sat across Caleb Hammer. Shout out to his channel. He's big in the financial space. We had a rare opportunity to talk to the governor of his home state. And she said that with her whole chest. She said it's rare. It's not true. You can't just come to Michigan and get benefits that you were not able to get anywhere else. It's not possible. But your own lawmaker just showed on your own state's website that you can type in a fake name, skip the verification, and the system says, welcome aboard. That isn't rare. That seems to be the default setting. But real quick, if this is your first time, this is what we do on this channel. We go into the shadiness and the nonsense from a lot of these politicians. So if you're not subscribed, Now here's the time, because 83% of you are watching this are not subscribed. Hit that button, it's free, and you're going to want to see what comes next because the numbers here are absolutely ugly. So the Michigan House Oversight Subcommittee just dropped a report and it reads like an indictment. Michigan runs its benefit applications through a portal called MI Bridges. Food stamps, Medicaid, cash assistance, childcare, everything flows through this one system. And this system costs taxpayers $16.8 million to develop. $16.8 million. And you want to know what they require to submit an application? A first name, a last name, an address, and a phone number. That's the whole list. If you check the box that says that you're a non-citizen, it will ask you for an alien number, but you can skip it. There is no flag, no denial, nothing. It looks like the whole system runs on that honor system. You tell them who you are and they'll just believe you. Verification doesn't happen until you're already in the system, sometimes 30 days later. So let me get this straight. You spend $16.8 million on a portal that just takes your word for it. You built a $16.8 million honor system for $3.2 billion in benefits. You cannot make this up.
That over $3.23 billion in SNAP benefits were paid out. Programs of this size are vital. They're vital safety nets to families across the state, but this scale makes them particularly vulnerable, and these are not in place. For that reason, maintaining strong oversight and accountability is essential to protect taxpayers from footing the bill of this inefficiency. Can you imagine all the things that you need to log into to be able to utilize a system? Xbox, Nintendo, your Social Security benefits, but you don't need a Social Security number or an alien number or a login to go on a website to receive benefits.
And that's the number that really matters. $3.2 billion. That's what Michigan spent on SNAP in the fiscal year of 2024. 1 out of 7 people in the state is on food assistance. In the SNAP payment error rate, where there's overpayments, underpayments, people getting the wrong amount, it hit 9.53%. The federal threshold before you start catching penalties, 6%. Michigan is almost double that. And under this governor's watch, the yearly average has been above 10%. So this isn't just a blip or outlier. This is the pattern that's going on over there. Now, here's where things really hit. Under the new federal rules, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, states that can't get their error rates under control are going to start paying for it. If Michigan's rate stay where it is, the state is looking at $320 million penalty starting in 2027. That is a lot of money. That $320 million is not going to go to schools. It's not going to go to any kind of infrastructure. It's not going to families that actually need help. Just a penalty check because the state cannot run its own system. Wolford said it straight. We're coming up on a very expensive reckoning and it's going to cost taxpayers. And he's absolutely right. The timeline doesn't timeline when you're spending billions of dollars through a system with no front door security and then start acting surprised when the error rate goes through the roof. And this gets even worse. Michigan Capital Confidential, shout out to them. They've been on this story from the very beginning, reported that SNAP fraud jumped over 400% in 1 year, from $181,000 in the fiscal year 2023 to nearly $885,000 in 2024. The state was pumping out 738 replacement bridge cards every single day. Do you know how much cards that's in the year? 269,000 cards replaced in 1 year. Why? Because Michigan's bridge cards are still running on magnetic strip technology, magnetic strips. In 2026, your debit card got a chip probably 10 years ago. Your credit card has a chip, but the card that low-income families depend on feeding their kids, still running on technology that a criminal can clone with a $50 skimmer right off the internet. And here's the kicker. A USDA email obtained through records requests showed that a Russian-based criminal group was targeting Michigan's system. The feds knew that Michigan was a target, and the state was still out there swiping magnetic strip cards. Now, I gotta zoom out because this is a bigger problem than just SNAP. The Detroit Regional Chamber just put out their 2026 State of the Region report, and the picture that it paints is not good. Michigan's per capita income dropped from 18th in the nation back in 2000 to 40th in 2024, the lowest in state history. No state in the country has fallen further or faster than Michigan. 4th grade reading levels, in year 2000, it was at the top 20. Now it's at 44th. Population growth second to last, only beating West Virginia. And here's the part that should really bother you. When you poll Michigan residents and ask them where the state ranks, they say 25th, 26th. They think they're average. They have no idea that they're actually near the bottom. The people running the state haven't told them. And while all this is happening, the fraud, the error rates, the economic slide, what does the governor put her energy into? A $261 million speculative megasite in Genesee County, codenamed Project Grit. They brought up 155 homes, demolished close to half, had everyone sign NDAs, over 100 of them, to keep residents and lawmakers in the dark, all to attract a semiconductor factory. The factory never came. The company walked. No jobs, no factory, just a torn up community and $261 million of taxpayer money on a gamble that busted. So let's run the tab on Governor Whitmer. $16.8 million portal with no identity verification, a 9.53 error rate on a $3.2 billion in benefits, a potential $320 million federal penalty, fraud up 400%, bridge cards still on magnetic strips in 2016, $261 million mega site with no factory, per capita income at the lowest rate in state history. And the governor went on a show on YouTube and said that fraud is rare. Unfortunately for her, the receipts don't lie. The governor's not running the state very well. And I have to say this because this is not about pulling benefits from people who need them. That's not what this is. The people who actually depend on SNAP to feed their families are the ones who are getting hurt the most when the system is just this broken. When the fraud runs wild, trust evaporates, politicians start cutting programs, and the people at the bottom will get squeezed. Accountability protects the safety net. That's the whole point. But we will continue to follow the story. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.